You're looking all set to go to the office.
No, because it is little cold here.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another session of Empowering Morning Conversations. And let's have a wonderful day today, a positive day today, full of energy. And remember, we've got the power of generation. All right. So let's do a little practice of the power of generation. See, this power, by the way, can be used for anything. You can. I am a guy who doesn't get angry, so I used to use it to generate anger. Sometimes you need it, na? Or you can generate laughter, or you can generate whatever feeling you want to generate. So whichever feeling inspires you, generate it. Good morning, Gunan. I thought let's do a mini laughter exercise while people are joining so that they see laughing faces when they join. All right. So 1, 2, 3, go. It's a wonderful way to welcome people, but I mean, in real life, suppose you're all sitting and you're all laughing and somebody walks in, they'll say, oh, they're laughing at me. Is there something wrong with my dress? So let's have a wonderful day today and let's have a wonderful session today. Okay. And let's do something unusual. I want to ask you your idea about what should we do so that this session is a wonderful session. Let's get some involvement. What should we do that it is a wonderful session? I don't promise that I'll do everything you say, but you can say it anyhow. Yes, Kunen.
Sir, it's already a wonderful session. What else you want to add?
Okay. So what else should we do to make it a wonderful session? Somebody else? Ratanji is there now, all the way from the UK. So that's nice. Come on, guys. You become dumb when I ask questions. When I leave the meeting, suddenly you start talking. Are you afraid of me or something? Oh, Mr. Malwai is going to judge. No, I'm the guy who's saying don't judge. Why would I judge you? For me, every person is a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being created by the Lord in his own image. And every human being deserves to be loved and respected for who you are. You may forget it, but I don't.
I want to start a note by being very positive. I just wait. When I sleep, I just wait for the morning to join the session. Every night, I just wait for the morning to join the session.
Yeah, that's called, waiting for the next day with eagerness. Wow, what is the next day going to bring? Wow, Ratanji, good morning. You are an extraordinary person who can get up at 2:30 in the morning and join us. We applaud you. I mean, I really tell you, I take my hat off to you. Even though I'm not wearing a hat, I'm taking it off for you.
Morning, sir. Very good morning to all of you.
Morning, 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 morning. You haven't had your kahwa today. Thomas.
Yes, sir.
How much did you spend yesterday?
Fortunately, nothing. I'm just controlling myself.
Yeah. Are you from the armed forces or what?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. No, I was in the bank. And
which bank?
Bank of India.
Okay.
And in spite of being a banker, I'm a pauper.
You'll be surprised, sir. There was one guy I was training in a multinational company. He was the head of finance of such a huge company, and that guy, I was coaching him and he was like totally financially wonderful finance guy for the company. But for himself,
zero.
He had so many credit cards which were completely maxed out, and I can't tell you how many. So the first thing I made him do was take a scissor and cut all his credit cards. And I never thought that a finance guy would be like that. Well, it can
happens.
be, see, humans are humans, you know, they are wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary. Still, they can make mistakes and still they can be stupid. Still,
I
they
know.
can get into their default mode. You know, like having a credit card is like a kid in a candy shop, you know. मिठाई की दुकान में बच्चे को छोड़ दो, ये कुछ भी करो. So that's what happens to us anyhow. So we can get out of it. Also, good morning, Sandeep. Are you back?
Very good morning, sir. No, I'm in a hotel room, sir. Joining from hotel. Network issues, sir. Took
You
some
become
time.
a gypsy. Yeah? खाना बदोश बन गए हो.
Thank you. I will say thank you, sir.
That's a nice way to live your life. And Neeti, today you are not deciding to say hello to us or anything. Hi, Gaurav. How are you? Good to see you. Milanji, good morning.
Likewise. Good morning to you and everybody. Thank you.
So today I thought, you know, it's a conversation. So we should start like a conversation and get you guys at least to say hello to each other, if not anything else. Otherwise, everybody quiet. 4 or 5 people talking, rest of them. If I speak, God knows what will happen. So what do you want to do? You know, when you open your mouth, some profound statements should come out.
Sir,
Sir,
good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Every day you are putting us in the creation mode only, sir. What new to create today? If we do the same thing also, it will help.
Who knows? But you know, sometimes people, there are, you know, like people like me, they get bored very easily. Say, yeah, the same thing they're doing. We should do something different. That's why I'm trying to do something different every day. But whatever it is, we need to get out of our default mode, right? When we see the default mode happening, we don't like it very much. You know, kya hai yaar? Bored ho gaya. What is this? Yaar? Life is the same. Sometimes people build big, you know, they become a CEO and all that. And then when routine, so till they became a CEO, there was a lot to chase for, you know. They were running after becoming CEO. There was a lot of excitement in their life, playing all the political games and doing whatever they do. Once they became that, now they're thinking what to do. So then they start playing other games. Okay, like divide and rule, pulling somebody's leg and blah, blah. And then some guys are like real smart guys. They say, we will take the company to the next level. So those are the smart guys, right? Remember, enterprising people see possibilities where ordinary people see. What do ordinary people see, Kunan?
Problem.
Obstacles,
Obstacles.
limitations, and problems. So today I'm going to test you guys. What do we do in the... No, I'm not actually going to test you. Relax, chill. What do we do in the default mode? Kuldeep ji, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends.
So what do we normally do in the default mode? Let's ask Neeti because she remembers everything. She's like got an elephant memory. नीति जी आपकी बुलंद आवाज को आज क्या हो गया?
सर आज एक्सक्यूज कर लीजिए, ऐसी थोड़ी सी रहेगी. Default mode takes us back into our negative thought process, the old thought process where we see a lot of obstacles, hurdles, our cribbing nature, our complaining nature, our defeated nature in many ways. That is what the default mode does to us, where it stops our growth, it stops our...
And what kind of songs are running through our head at that time?
Negative thoughts. Nobody likes me. Nobody loves me.
Which song is running through your head right now?
No, sir. It is not that. मेरे mind में there is a far bigger challenge at the moment that I'm not being able to find a solution to.
I knew that something is on your mind. You even blurred your picture, you know, so we can't see you properly. What is the technology you're using for that? You tell us. Have you put some spray on the camera or you've got some software to blur? Ab theek hai thoda bahut. You don't want us to see, you know. Then hum gana gayenge, baby jara haste tu. We had to sing that song for Hasina ji one day, and then what a smile she gave, no?
सर
All
आपको
right,
सब
very
पता
good.
चल जाता है.
हम तो energetically sense कर लेते हैं. The moment your image was not coming clear, I said something is wrong somewhere, and we cannot allow it to be. You see, that's the advantage of having such lovely buddies with you on a call. Good morning, Pongal ji. Sokyama?
ரொம்ப சௌக்கியம் சார் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப
Romba Sokyama. Very good, very good. Congratulations.
தேங்க்யூ.
All right, so we've got 24 people on the call, and I'm waiting for someone to say, sir, yesterday this opened up for me, that opened up for me, this is what I realized, this is the new thing I did, or I did nothing. Say something. Yes, Rama. Go ahead.
That's Raghu.
Oh, I thought I saw your hand raised.
No, not yet.
Doesn't matter. You can also say, Raghu can also say. Here is Raghu. We've got him on the camera now. Go ahead, Raghu.
Good morning, sir, and good morning to everyone.
Good
So,
morning.
Good morning.
Today is my 80th day I'm attending this program, and I would
Wow.
like to march towards that 100th meeting.
For you,
Even
100th.
even if my mind don't believe, I have a record of writing everyday notes. So that will bring me every day if I fail also that you have done something on 100 consecutive days. So you can achieve something else also. So that is what I am going to get a confident. I'm just waiting for that another 20 days.
Well,
And
you can.
yes, I'm sure I will do that. I'm sure I will do that with your guidance. And the second one, sir, we talk about newspapers and magazines about the negativity and the majority to minority. And that generally disturb and disrupt people and distract people. But I would like to use, after attending these programs, majority to minority, how to go. Like I want to serve people. You mentioned many of the time in your program, always be in the creation mode rather than the reaction mode. So try to find out what I'm me as a product, and then what I have to create a product which will serve the majority, which is a 95% or 98%. And if I do that, I will not be operating in that I will show you. Then I will move into I will serve you. And by default, I will go into the minority mode. I would like to say as I'm a minority.
Wow.
In that mode, in the successful mode. What happens in that minority mode is there is a peace and calm, cheerful, successful way we can live. And by doing all this, the one poster you display every day, whether we are discussing something else or not, one, you can always do that, the purpose. Yeah, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. If I get into the minority mode, I'm very, very happy. I'll be very happy because I'll be getting all the abundance, but I can be in control of my life with ease, joy, and glory, sir. I'm just waiting for the 20 days.
You can do it now also, or you can wait for 20 days also. Choice is yours.
No,
but if you've set a milestone for yourself,
yes,
then you can plant a flag that day and say, wow, I did it. Non-stop, never missed a single session.
Yeah.
Always on time.
Particularly on a particular time, that 1 hour, and then it brings a lot of energy also. And I think I can operate at an energy level rather than at the normal level. Get into the minority mode.
Fantastic. Right, great. Thanks for sharing that. And thank you very much. Gaurav, after our conversation, I said, I got to do something for this guy. And in the process of doing something for you, I got in touch with people I haven't spoken for years. So I spoke to my friend Sham Sundar. I told you about this guy who's an IIT guy who appeared for IAS exam in Sanskrit, and he's a great teacher. He takes classes of, 200 people at a time, teaching them physics and maths and whatnot. And he's also stuck up like you in Delhi with his mother, because his mother is not able to go and join his sister in Dubai. Interesting. So I got his younger brother's number, then I called him up, then I got a number of another very old friend who's a great yoga teacher who migrated to Spain. And he's a very, very good friend of mine, old Forum graduate. And he's so famous in the entire Europe,
Wow.
Yeah. for teaching yoga. I got his website. I saw his website. I spoke to him. So many possibilities show up, right? When you get out of the default mode and do something different.
In
Right?
Hindi, there is a very short phrase which says, Kar bhala to ho bhala.
Kar bhala to ho bula.
So when you
This
are
is
out
also-
to do good, good happens. Good things happen.
For everybody. So I told that guy, Ganesh, I said, I will talk to you tomorrow, Vijay. And I've got this friend who's in this predicament. We got to help him out. I spoke, it started with Abhinav Mathur, who so generously offered his friend. So I just shared this so people understand that there is, support available here. I was stuck with my driving license in Bombay, and one phone call to Sandeep Vernekar, right? He put me in touch with a broker, and that guy got the job done in 1 week, which I've been struggling to do for the last 2 months. 3 months rather. I'd given up on it. So there is power in being together. There's power in this satsang, in any satsang. Remember one thing, guys, I learned this lesson the hard way. When we are upset and stuck up in life, we tend to go and become alone and withdraw into our shell. When we get out and share, humongous possibilities open up. So that's my share from yesterday. So let's listen to somebody else. Yes, go ahead.
For me, 3 things happened. One, I got a call from Abhinav and there was reassurance, and he said he would connect me to a lawyer. He spoke to a friend. So that was a good start to the day. Subsequently, I got a call from the guy who's supporting me from the beginning, connecting me with the director of DDA, who's not in the main channel, but an affiliate stream. So he gave me the good news that he has assured that within a week, the work that I'm here stuck for the last 4.5 months will get done in a week. So that was news number 2. Number 3, I've been struggling with another flat that we are part of in Calcutta. And yesterday I had a conversation with my wife and we decided that we should not have yet another white elephant and we should let that go. So things are opening up. So there is another flat that is on the market.
Yesterday, you opened up energetically, See, when you open up energetically, support that's waiting to happen, and it will come in uncanny ways which you can't even expect, I mean, I'm not a stranger to this kind of thing. Now you also know.
Correct.
Great. Thank you for sharing it,
Thank you
because
so
who
much.
knows what possibilities you are opening up for others with your sharing.
So
Right.
Asking for support, I have a flat in Kolkata, which is still being built, but it's on the market. So it's in Rajar Hat, which is new Calcutta. It's like an upcoming district.
So we got a lot of Calcutta people over here. Who knows who will come forward with somebody. Possibilities, my dear. All right, who else?
Thank you.
Sir, on this note, I like to say that I also am looking out to sell my house. So if anybody could help out there.
Okay, who knows?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing. Sharing is sharing. All right, who else?
Happy
Stay
morning,
and
sir.
listen. Good morning. Happy morning.
And I told you that I'll be making a list of 10 people whom I can call, and I will call them. I made the list, but then I called only 6 people. But those 6 people have given me a big list of people whom I can call, because they open me to those possibilities. They open me up to those connects, though I know those connects and I had been so closed. In Tamil, we call it as Gaurava Pichai, you are begging, but then in the name of a trust as that. So I was like, when you asked me to stay on that question of why haven't I been asking for myself, what was holding me up from asking for myself, I just got that phrase, because I thought people will think or brand me thinking that she's asking for herself in the name of her trust or in the name of starting a school. So I felt that, no, I'm not going to ask. I didn't. So that was what was holding me. And yesterday, Now, tomorrow being a holiday, I have like today, I'm just contacting a few other people and I'm fixing an appointment with them, like who are very, very big. And if God willing, if they can have that thought of it, my school is done. So I'm just, like, 3 more people. Thank you.
So, Pongal, what are you getting out of diminishing yourself? What are you getting out of diminishing? See, the way you said, I thought I will call 10 people. I spoke only to 6 people. Why do you say only? I spoke to 6 people. Wow.
I didn't keep up the commitment. That is what I said.
That's different, but don't judge. See, you spoke to 6 people. You spoke to them. Fine.
Yes.
You did something, right? So don't diminish that. Secondly, when you talk about this begging bowl and this and that, that's what you think in your mind, right?
Yes.
Have you ever considered the possibility that you are giving people an opportunity to be a part of something big? And people love to do that. Okay. People don't like to give charity, but people love to be a part of something big. And what you're doing is something big. You understand?
Yes.
Your mission is big.
Exactly.
It's not as small. You may be thinking, oh, school I'm opening. What's the big deal about that? Hello, it's not that. You're doing something big. And until you see it like that, you will always feel ashamed of asking people to be a part of it. You're not asking people for money. You're asking them to be a part of something great that you are building. Right? You can put a plaque in your school and say, these are the people who helped me.
Yes. In the conversation, I had a parent from who belongs to a church, and she is taking up the cost to the church, and she's asking the church people, like whoever comes to the congregation of the church, to donate. So like, I didn't, you don't know where help is coming from and how it's coming from, but it was like, and also like, I never thought about going abroad, like, going to unknown people. Initially you spoke about crowdfunding, but then I was little stuck with the, like, the credibility of my cause and all that. But I have a few connects because pandemic, thanks to pandemic, I've been doing a lot of sessions online and I've been talking all over the globe. So I have a few connects there. So it was Rama who opened, it was Rama and another friend actually, not Rama. After that I spoke to Rama, but then before that I had a friend who told me, you have those connects, why don't you speak to them?
Exactly.
So
also, again, you again see now, when don't ever say helping. Those people are becoming a part of my mission is better than people are helping.
Okay.
Of course they're helping, but help is like
yes,
this.
yes, that itself pulls my esteem down, actually, self-esteem down when I say
they have you are giving them the privilege to be a part of your mission.
Okay, I can even present my conversation like that, like,
yeah, you have an opportunity to
of,
become a part of a great mission
yes,
that I'm engaged in.
Yes.
See,
yes.
people get enrolled into this kind of a thing. They don't get enrolled. Oh, child, she's making school. She's asking for money. That's one way of looking at it. Your endeavor is a huge one. I mean, here is what you call as a common person who spent her years and years in education and doing a job and is jumping into, let's say, entrepreneurship, more or less, or building a school. And she wants to do education which makes a difference in life. And here is an opportunity for you to, some people ask me, why can't you keep working as a principal? Why are you wanting to start your own school? Hey, because I want to do something great. Would you like to be a part of it? So there's a different way you converse with people then.
Exactly.
So don't make your own venture into something very small and insignificant. It is not.
It is not. Definitely it is not.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Yes, Abhinav.
सुदीपक, मेरे जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछे थे ना, आपके मन में क्या चल रहा है, तो मेरे मन में ना उसमें यही चल रहा था. आपने पूछा था ना कि हाउ शुड वी स्टार्ट, तो मेरे मन में यही चल रहा था कि हाउ अबाउट पीपल यूजिंग दिस ग्रुप एज अ सपोर्ट.
Yeah, so we started that, no?
हाँ, और वो अपने आप ही होना शुरू हो गया है.
ऐसे ही होता है बॉस.
हाँ.
Even if you have a thought in the mind.
हाँ. तो क्योंकि हो सकता है कि ना कोई काम जो किसी काम के लिए बाकी लोग स्टकअप हो, मेरे लिए वो बाएं हाथ का काम हो, with my contacts. So
yeah. And Abhinav, may I request you to speak in English because there are a lot of people who don't know Hindi at all.
Okay. So I will speak in English. So should I repeat what I said?
Yeah, why don't you? You know English very well.
Yes, I do international business. But actually, in Hindi, I think in Hindi, so I speak in Hindi. Yeah.
Yeah, you are comfortable in it.
Yes. So when you ask the question, what is in your mind, and how, and how do you, what support you want, from Sukhdeepak. So the thought that I had in mind was, our group is a very powerful group, and so how about asking each other what is it that we want in life, and what support the group can give us. Why? Because in certain things, certain thing could be difficult for some other people, but for me it could be like, how do you say in English, baya hath ka kaam.
Yeah, it would be very easy for me. I can do it with my hand tied behind my back.
Yes, very easy for me. And that is what is happening. So I'm very happy about it. So my request is, put me in the group and let people write down in the group what is it that they want, they are searching for, what is it that they want in life, and what support they want from this group. You never know what support can come.
Yeah, because
including in the area of funding. Yeah, including in the area of funding for this lady.
Yeah, her name is Pongal.
Pongal, okay.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing. That's a great idea, and it's happening. Now, what I was saying is that he just thought it, right? It brings me to a very important point. Whatever thoughts you are throwing into the universe, you are actually making it happen. So does it make sense to throw negative thoughts into the universe? You just saw a demonstration. He put a positive thought into the universe. It happened, right? We automatically started talking in that way. So do you understand the value of what we are doing now every morning? Yeah. So here we are, Empowering Morning Conversation, session number 128. Very warm welcome to you. And just to remind you, we are here so that we change our vibrations from negative to positive. Why do we need to do that? Because we are getting showered, bombarded on all sides with negativity. Yesterday, I was getting my ticket booked to, Bangalore. So I was talking to the person who was helping me from Vistara. So I just said, okay, where are you from? She said, Gurgaon. I said, how are things in Gurgaon? And you know what she started talking about? Sir, COVID has gone now, things are getting better. So I said, very positive, but COVID again came up. You understand? These negative things are so much preying on our mind. Top of the mind, you talk to anyone, negative comes out. So when you say, how are you to someone, there are two kinds of answers you will get. Now, first was, oh, okay. The moment you say, how are you? Then they are saying, okay. They are thinking about not okay. They're talking okay. Or the other person will start off into a tirade, this happened, that happened, my mother-in-law did this, my boss is this thing, blah, blah, blah. So top of the mind is what? Negative. Isn't it? And if you start listening to people, like you saw the interaction I had with Pongal just now, right? Somewhere a word which he is using is diminishing herself. I spoke to only 6 people, right? You'll start catching yourself speaking like that, because what you speak is a reflection of what you think. And what you think is the vibration you're sending out into the world. So why should we send out negative vibrations? So here we are, I think, very, very fortunate that we have taken the trouble to come every morning to engage in something which will give us positivity and help us to send positive vibrations out into the world. Because the more you send it out, it is going to reflect back to you from your family, from your friends, from your co-workers, and then there will be resonance of positivity, and that's what we want, right? And when that happens, we will have a life of ease, joy, and glory, like Raghu said. Raghu is another elephant. He remembers everything. And I really tell you, if I had to give an award for best participant, then who do you think will be getting it? Who do you think should be getting it?
Raghu.
Everyone, sir.
Unanimous decision, isn't it? So that's the idea, and never forget that. So everything that we do, now it would help you very much if you listened carefully, right? You saw an example of what becomes possible when you listen carefully. What was that example, ladies and gentlemen, that you saw very recently?
The one you mentioned about Pongal Madam.
Exactly. So because I was listening carefully. So all the would-be trainers and trainers in this group, remember that's the power of listening. And the day you start listening to yourself, okay, you will be shocked as to the amount of garbage that you are spewing out, garbage because it's negative in your thinking and everything else. Yeah. And as my friend Kunan is very fond of saying, when we raise our awareness, we are aware of what we are thinking and what negativity we are sending out into the world. You see, there are some dangerous things which we know, but we don't realize how dangerous they are. Ask and you shall receive. So can you imagine if somebody is saying कि मेरी तो किस्मत ही खराब है, what is he going to receive? What is he going to receive if he puts that out into the universe?
Whatever he asks.
Yeah, he's going to get that, right? Because he's saying मेरी किस्मत खराब है. Raghu, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. You mentioned about ask. I recently come across one acronym on that. Ask. A for ask, you shall receive. And yes, speak, you get it. Search, you get it. And knock, the door will open for you.
Wow, I like that one. That's very nice. Sandeep, sir, it's all yours.
No, sir, like it reminded me of even very senior people, those who were even uneducated or not so having exposure outside world, but they always used to say, always say positive things, because even the home, the Vastu, that always says Tatastu for whatever you say and whatever you are even thinking in your mind. So they used to say, always think positive, always say nice things, because they will say the Vastu will always say Tatastu. Today we use the word universe instead of Vastu. So that is very so true, so powerful, and it is so profound wisdom.
वो बोलते थे ना शुभ शुभ बोलो. Very nice. So you guys getting something here? So we are here for ease, joy, and glory. And today I thought we will spend some time. I think we've given enough time to those late Latifs to come. I was waiting for them before we do the exercises. And let's start our exercise. And we will always start with our flagship exercise. When I say 1, 2, 3, we will all laugh 100%. All right, start. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now that your mind is relaxed and in a playful mode, close your eyes. We're going to do an exercise. Or let's not do the eyes closed exercise. We'll start with the other exercise. This is, when you're upset and confused and your brain is going, bheja fried, then you do this exercise. It's called paying attention to 50 different objects. So let's do that. Now take any object which is there by your side or in front of you and really intently look at it. Be fully aware and look at it. You will see suddenly it is becoming more alive, the color, three-dimensional. Put your full attention on it. Now shift your attention to another object. And look at this object with full attention. Take another object and look at it with full attention. You will notice, that earlier it was like a photo. Now it's become three-dimensional when you look at it intently. And look at another object. look at another object, you will see the dimensionality, you will see the reflections, you will see fine details which you never noticed before. So really look at this object in front of you, take another one. Okay, like this. So we can stop now. This is a mini exercise. But when you do it, depending on the intensity of your emotion that you're fighting, you can look up. By the time you do 25, 30 objects, you will be relatively calm. Your attention will be fairly stable. All right. Now we will practice the other exercise, which is called getting our attention in our control. Now, you might have noticed in life what happens. You are trying to give attention somewhere, something happens and your mind goes there. So you are in two places at the same time. So you're not fully present anywhere. So we need to have the strength to keep it where we want to keep it. Keep what? Keep our dhyana. We want to keep our attention where we want it, not automatically going in here and there. So we are going to develop that strength of manipulating our own attention. So first, starting point, look to the front. Look at your monitor or whatever. Look to the front. Have all your attention to the back of you. Put all your awareness behind you. Now look to the front. Put all your awareness to the left side of you. Now keep looking to the front. Put all your attention to the right side of you. Keep looking to the front. Put all your attention on your feet. Okay, now turn your head and look to the left. And put all your attention on your hands. Keep looking to the left and put all your attention on your stomach. Keep looking to the left and put all your attention in front of you. Now put your attention on the ceiling. Now put your attention on the floor. Now turn your head and look up at the ceiling. And as you're looking at the ceiling, put all your attention on your feet. Now put all your attention on your back. Be aware of your back from top to bottom. Now keep looking at the ceiling and put your attention on your right. And put your attention on your left. Put your attention on your hands. And put your attention also on the ceiling. You're looking at the ceiling. Now look, have your attention also on the ceiling. And really look at the ceiling intently and see what more you can see that you never saw before. Keep looking at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling, Kunen. Kunen, look at the ceiling. And keep your attention on the ceiling as well. And see all the details that you can see. Now keep looking at the ceiling and put your attention on your nostrils and be aware of your breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. Now you can turn your head and look in the front and keep your attention on your nostrils. And keep looking at the front and put your attention on your ears. Keep looking to the front and put your awareness on your knees. Okay, you can stop now. So do you notice that now you are practicing putting your attention where you want to put it, not where it is pulled. Yeah, when the reaction mode comes, it goes where it goes. Yeah, so you need a lot of power and practice to be in charge of your attention. And these two exercises are going to teach you to do that. It's very powerful. People talk about meditation. Meditation means what? Dhyan. तो जब आपको अपना ध्यान केंद्रित करना नहीं आएगा तो कर लो जितना मर्जी मेडिटेशन करना का, to do as much as you want. The idea is my attention is my attention. I will put it where I want to put it. Similarly, my thoughts are my thoughts. My brain is my brain. I will decide what thoughts I should put inside it. You notice they just seem to come as though they've got a mind of their own. And especially the shitty thoughts, the thoughts which we don't like. Oh, why is this happening? What will happen in the future? Oh my God, I hope he doesn't do something bad to me, I hope I don't fall sick. So by these thoughts, what do you think you're going to be attracting to yourself? Sometimes too much attachment to the result also makes sure that it doesn't happen. So just put out your attention and your mind plays tricks with you. You tell him, shut up, man. I will only allow in what I want into my head, not just anything that comes in. And remember what I told you before, more than 95% of what you feel and what you think, you are picking up from other people. See, don't forget, we are connected to the entire population of this earth at the energetic level. And we are picking up a lot of stuff. And what you're picking up is not always positive. Sometimes you get into a bad mood, it's got nothing to do with you. It's just that you're picking up some negativity from somewhere. So when you learn to put your attention in your control, you will just notice it, okay. There is a very nice question I ask when I'm not feeling okay. I say, who does this belong to? This is one of our Access Bars tools, Access Consciousness tool. Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? Ask 5-6 times, who does it belong to? All right. If you feel light, you simply say, I'm sending it back to the sender with consciousness attached. And it goes. Send it back from wherever it's coming from. All right. And if it feels heavy, then it's yours. Then you can use the discretion exercise, which I have also taught you and I will teach you again. Are you getting it? Who does it belong to? These are very potent and powerful tools that you have. Now, sometimes you got stuck in some situation, which we often do. You can get stuck in an emotion. You can get stuck in a mind view. We have these mind loops. Negative mind loops, nothing's going to happen. I've tried everything. Hi, nothing's going to happen. Good morning. What a nice, beautiful, smiling face this young man has got. What's your name? Wow, good morning.
What's your name, Katana?
My name is Trishat.
Wow, what a nice name. What class do you go to?
First standard.
Wow, you're becoming a big boy now, aren't you? Good.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Name of the school also came up automatically. So are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you get stuck up next time, what do? You do this 50 objects exercise. All right. And because you have been practicing keeping your attention in your control. How are you practicing keeping your attention in your control? With this exercise, which I just taught you. Look somewhere, put your attention somewhere, do it daily. You'll become very smart in doing it. So when you get stuck up, you need to get unstuck. Look at 50 different objects. You will get free from that. And then ask a question, Questions are very powerful. That's why I ask you questions every morning. The question you should ask is, what else is possible? What else is possible? If you have to ask it 5 times, ask it, what else is possible? What else is possible? What else is possible? What else is possible? And you'll be quite amazed. Don't be in a hurry for the answers. Things will start showing up in your life. What else is possible? I mean, these are very simple tools, but amazing, right? And if you're like really stuck and nothing is getting you out of it, then you can try this crazy statement. Do you remember the crazy statement? Who remembers it? Rama remembers it. Raghu will remember it. Kunayan might remember it. What is the crazy statement, Niti?
Everything is the opposite of Balasan.
Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Right? And you know that mantra I was telling you yesterday, which I tell you every day, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I had requested you guys to say it 3 times a day, 10 times, 30 times a day. Did you do that? Hello. How many of you remembered to do that? Hello, you want to get out of your DS or not? You know, there is a BS and there is a DS also. B means bull and D means deep. So if you want to get out of your DS, every morning you get up and say it 10 times. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. You can make it musical if it makes you attracted to do it. And then you can do it once in the afternoon also. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And once at night before you go to sleep, you know. So you're conditioning your brain, yeah, to open up and receive the bounty of the universe. See, all these things become very, very necessary when you are stuck up. Why are we asking you to do it when you are not stuck up? Because it becomes a habit. You see, in unusual conditions, your conditioning takes over. So suppose you are made a habit of doing this all the time. So when you get stuck up, you will not go into your default mode. Now your default mode will be to do what? These exercises and to say, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. So it's practice, right? And you will say this crazy statement. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And you'll get so much freedom. Your attention, the important thing is to get your attention back in your control. You see, when you're stuck, your attention is fixed on what? Tell me, when you're stuck, where is your attention fixed on?
Problem.
On the problem, on resisting the problem. Possibilities don't show up. So
Negative.
You need to, it's stuck there, right? Like the other day when we were talking, how much your attention was stuck in, and then you got out of it, right? And you took some action. The idea is unstick your attention, choose a possibility, get into action on that. And when you get unstuck after doing these exercises, that's when you ask this question, what else is possible? What else is possible? What else is possible? And you see what else will become possible in your life, which you never thought of. Like Gaurav and I, when we were talking, I was thinking what else is possible. And as I was talking, I was saying this to me and 2-3 possibilities showed up. Gaurav, did you talk to Ritu?
I reached out to her. She didn't take my call. So I sent her a message. She'll probably respond today.
Yeah. So the answer is no, I did not talk to her.
Well, I couldn't reach her.
But you did not talk. You know something, sometimes we have an intention and a counter intention. You want to check and see what was the counter intention going on in your mind. You know what's a counter intention? I'm calling up that person. I'm not sure if I want to tell her or talk to her about this. Or some thought might come, I don't think she'll take my call. Or she may be busy. So these are all counter intentions we are sending out. And it's uncanny how these get actualized. That's why it's so important to be so aware, you know. Sometimes our counter intentions are more powerful than our intention, especially when we are stuck. Now you're getting the importance of keeping your attention in your control.
Right. Yeah.
And it's for everybody. Our attention is so fragile, it goes where it goes. And sometimes it is so unconscious, you know, it's gone somewhere where we don't want it to go and we don't even know that. That's the worst part of it. See, when you live in awareness, you will know. Yeah, so in awareness, you will, like I was telling Pongal, hey, why are you diminishing yourself? Because I was listening, my attention fully there. So on the one side, I was celebrating her wins, but the way she said it, it didn't sound like a celebration at all to me. You know, it was like, oh, I didn't do enough kind of a thing, right? Whereas you did something which you would never do before. Which brings me to another point which I want to make. The more we acknowledge and celebrate even the smallest of wins that we have, right? The more wins we will attract into our life. we think that we should celebrate only the big ones, you know. Like I was telling Raghu also, why are you waiting till the 100th one? Which is great. I mean, he wants to celebrate at point number 100. That's good. It's like saying, you know, I will celebrate only when I go to Mount Everest. And Rama has been to the Everest base camp. And he says, no, I will not celebrate. I will only celebrate when I go to the Mount Everest. How many times have you been to the base camp, Rama?
Only once, sir.
See, again, he did it.
Ah.
Did you notice that? Only once. Sir. Allah, why can't you celebrate once? Wow. I mean, I probably won't get to do it in my lifetime. Yeah, you did it. But we won't celebrate only once. Because somewhere the mind is saying, you know, if I'd gone to the Everest peak, you know, that would have been something. And this, so many people are. How do we just diminish ourselves? You'll become aware only when you will know it when you are aware of what you're doing with your mind. Yeah? Please celebrate your victories. Yeah? What will happen is we'll start believing in ourselves. The biggest power is that you believe in yourself. Remember that old saying, it says, as you believe, so shall it be. As you believe, so shall it be. You know, in my corporate programs, I demonstrate it in action. And CEOs are sitting there and they're shocked. Huh? This can happen? As you believe, so shall it be. Now, are you understanding why it's important to be in a state of high awareness and why it is important to have our attention in our control? Do you understand why it is necessary to have power of generation? Okay, I'd like to hear from a few people. Why is it necessary to develop power of generation?
So all through the day, we are influenced by external environment, which keeps putting negative thoughts and negative emotions. So to bring back the positivity, we need to have the power of generation.
Yeah, so like small correction, Rama. Yeah. The environment or the circumstances influence us through our feelings.
Our feelings.
So if our feelings are the culprit, then we must learn to generate the feelings that we want. And we say we will not let outside generate our feelings or influence our feelings. We will generate the feeling we want. That is why it's called, we've got the power of generation. If the army guys can do it, we can do it. If the karate guys can do it, we can do it. You know, the people who are lifting logs and big stones, they do it. Have you seen the laborers when they lift everything? They'll say, Zor laga ke, aicha, aicha. What do you think they're doing? They're generating. So when we are bombarded and our feelings are becoming negative, we do have the power to generate whatever feeling we want. By doing that, we are not going to be influenced by outside. So you got 3-4 tools to do that, right? One is the power of generation. One is getting your attention back in your control, putting your attention where it should be, the crazy statement, and so on and so on and so on, right? These tools are potent if you use them. So please use them. Snehal ji, good morning. Very warm welcome. I believe you have something to say.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Yeah, I have a takeaway from yesterday's, you said, no, move out of your comfort zone. Yes.
Yes.
Recognize your comfort zone and move out of it. I don't think I've been in a comfort zone. I've been in more of an inertia zone, you know, like it's all right, carry on with the
that situation. Is called the comfort zone only.
Yeah, no, for a very long time now, I've been suffering from a very bad knee because the cartilage is gone and I've been struggling with it all this time. Just saying that, you know, chalta hai, chal raha hai, theek hai, it's all right. I mean, let's try this, let's try that and carry on. Then I realized that there are many things that I want to do in life, which is like traveling or all, which is restricted by this. And my fear of what would happen if I tried to do something actively about it. So yesterday, after about nearly a year of, you know, should I, shouldn't I, I've gone and booked for a knee replacement operation next month.
Oh, I wish you had held on to it because I might have made it all right without the need for knee replacement. How much are you going to spend for knee replacement?
Well, my insurance should cover it, but it's about 2 lakhs, I think.
Yeah, and if you could, learn something which can help you deal with it only by spending one day and a lot of practice, and you don't have to go for knee replacement, would you spend money to do that?
Yes, I think I would, sir.
Think.
Yeah.
How many times did you think before you decided to spend 2 lakhs?
A long time. Definitely a very long time.
So just hang on. And I think just for you, I'm going to do this workshop in Pune. All right. And you need at least one more person to do it with you. And I'll do it. I normally don't do it if there are less than 4 people. I'll do it for you. All right. I'm going to come early September, maybe 9th or 10th. So you talk to me about it. Maybe we can save you from spending money. And it's a painful operation also. You should talk to my mother-in-law who's 85 years old. Every time she gets knee pain, I do this. And she says, huh, it's gone. Without any medicine. So
and any surgery has its own implications. So
yeah, I know enough people who have done it. And so let's see, Snehalji, thank you very much for sharing. So what did you do then? You took an action. So that's congratulations on that.
And actually it's slated for the 13th of September. So maybe we can do the workshop before that, and it'll.
Well, you can postpone the surgery also, no? Say I'm not ready for it yet. जैसे हम दूसरों को बहाने देते हैं, इनको भी दे दो एक बहाना. बहाना देने में तो हम लोग expert है ना?
Right.
We have some very innovative ones, day before yesterday, I heard a really innovative one. I can't share it with you. I don't have the permission for that, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
और एक चीज और देखो, see how much skeptical we sometimes become in life, that if something comes more easily, we'll say, there must be something wrong with it.
I want to share some things.
Yes, sir. Gurian Saab. Sorry, Thomas.
Thomas, yeah. Sir, like I told you before, we were looking out for a place for our dementia daycare center. Yesterday, our manager called me up, said, "Sir, we'll go to a place where we were previously having our center about 2 years back. And we've been part in a very good way with the landlord." So I said, no, Baba, you go ahead. I'm not interested. I don't want to speak to the gentleman, and it will not work out. So I wanted to stay back in my comfort zone. But I don't know, somehow after talking to you in the morning, I said, come on, let me come out of this comfort zone. Why should I tell the manager, you go and do it? I'll also come along. So I also went along, met, I think he's a Brigadier Harish Gaur, and we had a good talk. And believe it or not, it clicked. He is sort of allowed to rent out the place to us, and the matter is in really fast track now. So if I sat at my home, maybe the manager would not have been able to do it. I don't know. That Brigadier was very happy to see me also. Thomas, you're there, very good, come sit, let's discuss. And it clicked. And so I came out of the comfort zone and did something very good. I'm happy.
Congratulations and celebrations. Wow, you did it. And I want to ask you a question, Thomas. You really want to help people with dementia?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
How many people with dementia do you know?
I think I know one person. Yeah, one relative of mine. Very bad case.
And what would be the best way to help somebody with dementia?
We feel that we'll bring them all together and then have some activities for them.
No. Think. What would be the best way to help somebody with dementia?
So be with them.
That they don't have dementia anymore.
So, like we will try to activate their thinking capacity or something like that.
No. Are you listening? Hello?
No. What we were planning to do, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I really truly appreciate, and if I can help you in that, I will. I too would like to help such people, and I'll tell you how I will help them. But I'm asking you, what would be the best help to give to somebody who is on the way to dementia or who already has dementia? The best way is that he doesn't get it at all, or he recovers from it.
Recovers.
Yeah, and the doctors will say, no, there is no cure, this, that, and the other, right?
So companionship.
No, you're not thinking about what should I do to do it. I'm not talking about that. What if it could happen? Would you be interested to make it happen? That people don't get it only.
Definitely, sir. That will be.
So fine. I'll talk to you about it. There are things we can do so that it prevents from deteriorating, and there are things can do where lots of improvements also happen, right? So we'll talk to you about it. Yeah.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
And if you're really committed to make that happen, then you can join into something which I will invite you to, and then see what you can do for yourself and others.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this is a fantastic example of when you get out of the comfort zone, he made something wonderful happen. Thank you so much for sharing. It encourages so many people. All right. Anybody else?
Today, this question of what else is possible to ask when I feel stuck is something that has been opening up after me attending morning empowering conversations, because every time few things that ring in me is, how do I make it happen what I want to happen? How do I make that what I want?
Yeah, don't say how do I make it happen.
Okay.
Just say what else is possible.
Okay. So
how will come? How will come?
Okay. So this operating from this mode, I feel like a lot of possibilities are opening up, and I stay with that question of what else is possible. Because I like, yes, quite a lot of things have been opening up for the past 2-3 days, because a few places, even if they're the same school, like getting stuck here and there. Like I've been asking, how do I make it now? Like today, the sentence, this is, I mean, more strong and more crisp. So I felt, okay, this is what I've been doing. So I'm sure that I'll be staying in this question the whole day and come back to you with much more possibilities opened up tomorrow.
You will ring me up and say, I'm coming and joining you on the 29th. That should also open up. That is also possible.
Yes.
You cannot, Pongal, you don't know what will open up.
Yes.
For me, it did. Okay.
Yes.
26th of January, 2020, I will never forget. Okay. But I'll talk to you on offline. What all opened up. There's so much more than you think is possible, Our mind is just not able to grasp or willing to even hear it. Because mind wants to stay stuck, It needs to have something to cry about.
And this intentions and counter intentions, I could very much relate, because I know what I do. I tell something, but then internally, no, this, no, I can't do this.
Exactly. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want something badly, and then we are putting a counter intention on top of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wonder why people do this, Maybe to prove to themselves, my life will never work. I know my life will never work. I'll always suffer my life. I have Meena Kumari syndrome,
No, but that also, like, it's a kind of I'm stuck there and I don't want to get out of it, though, like, because I'm talking and I'm telling, I want it, but then internally, I'm not comfortable doing it. So because I'm getting stuck in my comfort zone, I have those counter intentions is what I thought when I went on.
Question to ask Pongal is, why am I not comfortable doing it? It might be a simple thing like I've never done it before. You remember that exercise I do? Hold your hand like this and same finger and then move one finger from here to here. Yeah, moving one finger from here to here is uncomfortable. So what about doing things differently? A lot of things are there. Sometimes our mind just resists. I don't know if I can do it. I've never done it before. Nobody else has done it. How can I do it? All sorts of
wanting to call you for the past 2-3 days, but internally, like, should I call him or not? So many thoughts. Like, I've been yesterday. I even spoke to Rama and I told him. Rama said, like, you call him. So it's like, somewhere like, should I call him or not? I want to call you, but then should I call him or not? That's a counter intention that doesn't make it happen.
Yeah, but why is it like that? Should I call him or not? Why does it happen? What are you afraid that will happen?
Like, probably I don't want to open up certain things which I feel that I might open up if I call you.
Well, who knows? You have opened up almost everything. What else is?
I
remaining.
have lots more. Don't think so. I have loads more actually. So
Not much, not as much I have, everybody thinks, my problem, nobody else in the world can have anything close to it. I am the heroine of the suffering brigade. Yeah, engagement ring, wedding ring, suffering, everything I've had. Don't worry. I got it. You got this about the counter intention, huh? That's great. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Sir,
girls.
there are two people in Facebook. They regulars every day they watch. One is Renu, another is Mufi. So
I don't know if Renu watches it. She's my president of my Rotary Club.
Okay.
Of which I'm a member.
Mufi watches. He is asking a question: how to put the things positively.
If he wants to know the answer to that, the Zoom link is available. We can send it to him. He can ask for it and join us, and then we will do it live here, or he can call me up. If you have his number, give him my number.
Yeah,
tell him to
I
ring
have.
up and talk to me.
I have. I'll tell him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mufaddal
Mufi is from-
Budwala.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, Gaurav. Yeah.
You guys are real multitasker, aren't you? All right. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you all those on Facebook, all those on YouTube, all those on this call. Thank you for joining us. Please be there tomorrow morning, India time, 7:30, ready to begin, and have a wonderful day. And the rest of you, we are still on for some more time. So if you want, you can stay. If you want, you can leave. I'm stopping the recording now.